Yo, what up? Making sure I have everything set up here. Hold on. There we go. Oh, excuse me. Hello, hi. My camera's a little off center. That'll have to do. Also, my light is off. I'll fix it. Hold on. I should get one of those ring lights, I think. Seems like people like it. Like those, or at least it works for some people. Anyway, hi, I'm SolarLune. How's everything going with everybody else? It's been a while since the last stream, just a couple of weeks. Well, not a couple of weeks, couple days. I think I streamed last week. But yes, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm SolarLune. I'm an independent game developer and musician. I'm the creator of Master Plan. I'm the creator of Tetra3D. Before we go into Tetra3D, I'll talk a little bit about what I've implemented into Master Plan. So the last stream I did, I was working on Master Plan and I implemented the ability to, where is this guy? The ability to drag your current number out of, like for numbered tasks, the ability to basically like grab a little handle and go from 0 to 4. Like you can easily adjust this stuff. That's cool. Also, I'm not sure if I did this live, but if you compress multiple cards, they'll all like smoosh together, so that instead of being like this, where they're like spaced, instead they move together. And you can now adjust these values individually. So you can, adjust them all at the same time individually, like this. So that's cool. Something else that I implemented that's a little weird is the ability to alter multiple cards at the same time. So you already had the ability to like resize multiple cards at the same time, but now you can hold shift, and when you do, a little plus appears next to the cursor. That indicates that you can select multiple things like this, right? But that also means that if you make any changes, all cards will have that change happen to them. So that makes it very simple to do certain tasks like that. So that's pretty cool, I think. Very just chill, very easy to do, very simple. I'm sorry. Hello, everybody, as well. I forgot to say hello to everyone who joined the live stream. Really appreciate it, and welcome. Game novice rather says when deving at day, SolarLune, when at night, Lunar Soul. Yeah, that's me. That's me. SolarLune and Lunar Soul. Let me get some music going here. I think that should be pretty good. Maybe a little quieter. Somewhere around there. Let's go with this. Let's go with this song right now. Power changes handled, says Game Novice, for selecting multiple different types of cards. Basically nothing special happens for that situation. Cards are objects that display properties. So checked, whether a card is checked or not is a property. Its description is a property. The description is the same for a checkbox card and a numbered card, so you can edit multiple things at the same time and they will all work together. So that's cool. It's not perfect, but it does work. Yeah, it does work pretty well. So I'm still working on like making it smooth, but this is something that I haven't really seen. I don't think most tools really do. The ability to like easily like make, you know, widespread changes like this, and it feels very natural. It feels very much like something you would want. You know, it feels like it works the way you would want it to, and like you'd expect it to. So you basically know which properties are common between them and allow same editing on those when changed. Yeah. So wait, let me see here. Yeah, exactly. So like, as long as the property, whatever property is on the card, is there on all the other cards, you can change it. You know, they will all update together. Yeah, this isn't perfect. Yeah, that shouldn't do that. I have to fix that. But yeah, the upside of this is that you can make these wide changes to, you know, large portions of your cards at the same time. Game Novice says, so if any cards don't share that property, then nothing happens. Yeah, if you're editing a property that is not there on another card you have selected while you're holding shift and editing the property, nothing happens. It doesn't do anything. So like, here's two timers. We'll select multiple objects. We'll change the mode on one timer. The other timer gets changed, but nothing happens on the other cards. Yeah. But yeah, that's the idea. Now this doesn't work. Why is that? Is that because subpage cards? Is the name something else? Subpage name should be description. Wait, is that why row.add? No, it's description here. I'll have to double check that. I'm not sure why it's not working for subpages, but it should work for basically everything. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, but that's what I've been working on. That's something else I've been working on. More usability stuff. So that's going well. Very cool. Now Tetra3D. So Tetra3D is a like software renderer. It's like a hybrid renderer where we're doing calculations on the CPU in software, but then we render things using the GPU with triangles like every other renderer. So it's kind of like a mixture between hold on, is there tearing on my video? What is that? I feel like there's tearing on my video preview here. Yeah, definitely feels like there's tearing. Let me take a look here. Might be one of those things I just need to tweak. We'll see if that makes a difference. Yeah, so now Tetra3D. So it's a 3D renderer where I did, basically everything myself. The thing I was trying to do recently is I've been trying to optimize execution of the rendering process, and something that I have been trying to do is basically re-implement the rendering such that we're using indices. So the normal way let me bring out a sprite for my visualization here. The normal way that rendering worked with Tetra3D was something like this. Let's say we have a mesh. Let's say it's just a quad. So that means it's two triangles like this. We'll use white for this. Make it a little bigger. So we have a quad. Let's say it's shaped like this, right? There's 4 vertices. One here, one here, one here, and one here. So the way that Tetra3D worked previously was basically when drawing the mesh, which in this case is 2 triangles, let's say it's split up like this, right? So there's triangle 1, there's triangle 2 here. We would basically transform 6 vertices, 3 vertices for each triangle. So transform this vertex, then this vertex, then this vertex. So that's one triangle. And then when drawing the second one, it would transform this one, this one, and this one. And that's what would give you the, the 2 triangles. Now, the way that I should have done it, I'm pretty sure, is I should have used indices, which is something that I already knew about and already knew existed, but I didn't want to do it because I felt like it would restrict how Tetra3D could render. When in truth, I think that basically it wouldn't have been a big deal. How indices work is instead of each triangle having its own vertices, you basically restore the vertices and then you can form triangles out of those vertices. So you say, here's vertex 1, here's vertex 2, here's vertex 3, and here's vertex 4. And so now to make a triangle, we can go 1, 2, 3 for triangle 1, and for triangle 2, we can go 3, 2, 4. So that creates the 2 triangles, and we only have to transform 4 vertices instead of 6. We also only have to send 4 vertices to the GPU and send 6 indices for 2 triangles. Game Novice says, is this the indexed triangle buffer you're talking about? I think it's standard in OpenGL if I recall correctly. Yeah, that is the normal way to draw triangles on screen. But the way I did it was to basically give each triangle its own vertices, because I thought, well, if 2 triangles share vertices, they can't have their own UV values and their own vertex colors, right? So like if we have triangle 1 here, and let's say this has we're using a texture, let's say we have a tile map. So this one is grass, this triangle is grass, and this triangle is sand. How would we make this work if they're both on a tile map and vertex 2 is shared in both triangle 1 and triangle 2? In truth, when we look at whatever Blender exporting meshes, out of Blender, how Blender exports meshes through GLTF, it probably would automatically give each triangle its own set of vertices as necessary, because they don't share UV values. So in other words, I don't think it would have been an issue if I had known that ahead of time. But I think I think I went down a road of this not working, no matter, like, I went down a road that was going to be slow from the start. So I've been working on really re-implementing indices in the rendering process, and that means that I'm also like changing around how backface culling works. I've also kind of optimized backface culling because previously it used cross product calculation for determining if a triangle is facing away or not. That's no longer, like, you don't need to do a full cross product calculation to get the relevant variable, because basically the way we do this is to get the vector from one pixel on screen to another, and then from pixel 1 to pixel 2, and then from pixel 2 to pixel 3, get the cross product that lets you know basically which direction the triangle is facing. And so then we can go from there. We don't have to get the full cross product because we only care about this difference right here. So like a full cross product is, oh, here we go, is this. We're out. The cross product is a vector, and it's comprised of X, Y, and Z values. We only need the Z. We only need to know if the triangle is facing out or in. Once we know that, we can, we don't care about the first or second values here. So there we go. So I think it should be faster, but I'm not positive. This is rendering 27,000 triangles, and it's like 40-ish FPS. If we go under this, backface scrolling starts to take effect, the FPS rises. I kind of wish the render frame time wasn't so high. It's like 6 or 7 milliseconds just to calculate the triangles, to transform the triangles. Like there's nothing really here, right? The triangles aren't visible, and yet they're still taking up time because we still need to transform the vertices. So it would be nice if we could get that down a little bit faster as well, and see what we can get. Game Novice says there are cases where you do want split vertices, at least with the vertex normals. Allows for planar lighting of faces, useful for non-photorealistic lighting. Yeah. If you have a mesh that's exported through GLTF, through Blender, and you set it to be shade smooth or shade flat, as an example, or just modify the vertex normals or the face normals as necessary, as you desire, I believe GLTF and Blender should handle that automatically, where once whatever you do on that side, it should export to GLTF, and I should be able to pull it into Tetra3D, knowing that basically the vertices that need to be unique have been already made unique, and the vertices that could be shared are shared, hopefully. So that means that basically in a situation like this would create 3 different vertices, because vertex 1, 2, and 3 for the green triangle has UV values that are not shared, or I guess really vertex 2 and 3 have UV values that are not shared for the green triangle across to the yellow triangle. So 2 and 3 have to be made. There has to be a duplicate of 2 and 3 for the green triangle, and another one for the yellow triangle. They have to be separate. But if everything is able to be shared, then I would hope that things would be shared. And even if they weren't shared, it might still be a little faster because we're able to backface cull earlier. Previously, this was done later on after transformation, like full clipping of the vertex to clip space. It is basically kind of doing that already here, but it's able to do backface culling before sorting, so that's good. So we'll see. It feels like this should be an improvement speed-wise, but it's kind of hard to tell. Not sure if this will even run, but let's see. Yeah, it doesn't. Index out of range with length. Index. Yeah, this this should be this. I think the merging this is merging and it's not working, I believe. I believe that's the issue here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so merging is something we have to work on, but it does render the cubes to begin with. That's good. So this is quite a few cubes. It's yeah, quite a few. Game Novice says, I don't recall, but does Tetra3D support rigged characters? Yes. Like the basic armature animation, it does. So, you know, I don't know about like IK or anything like that, but if you're, well, not, I don't know about, it doesn't support anything, you know, like that. But if you're talking about just ordinary bone animation, yeah, it supports bone animation like you would see from a PS1 or N64 game or DS. All right. So this does load, so that's good. Let's go ahead and see if we can this thing is there's some sort of like small flying insect in my room, and I have been unable to catch it. And it's annoying. Anyway. All right, so we have a model merge. Static merge, here we go. So here is where we get a little fancy. Before this, actually, let's go ahead and try making this simple. eBoat Wright says, hello, SolarLune. Tetra3D is looking better than ever. I've been working on, thank you. I've been working on an old school side-scrolling MMO. It's a big project, but it's coming along well. Oh, how nice. That sounds cool. Excellent. Very good indeed. So we're going to do this stress test. We're just going to do this super simple. There we go. So here's one cube. Let me make it zoom in. Something like that. See, there's two cubes here being merged together. And as you can see, it's 12 triangles, but there's no, they're supposed to be positioned differently. So there's something going on there. XYZ equals fast matrix mult vec inverted. Vec. Okay. Okay, I was gonna say this would be faster if we didn't do this and just, I mean, it's not like this is that slow, but we can make it a little faster, why not? So all right, that's good. Game Novice says off top. Oh wait, Dami Killer 37 says sorry for an off-topic question. No problem. What is the window tiling you are using? I like the way it scrolls horizontally. Thanks. This is let me see if I can pull it up here. I don't remember the name of it. It's called Paper Window Manager. So basically, like you notice, it's a tiled window manager, but instead of being tiled like a grid, it's tiled horizontally, which I kind of like more, because even if you have a big screen and high resolution, you're probably only going to have still a couple of windows on your screen, because at smaller scales, it's just kind of unreadable. Like at smaller sizes, like if your window is, you know, tiny like this, it's just like, you know, who's gonna code in something this small? Like who's gonna work with that? You know, most people want either the full screen or half and half or something like that. So this feels like a good compromise, where it's still, you know, an ordinary Linux distribution. It's not like you have to sacrifice all of the niceties of GNOME, like having you know, a notification bar, having, you know, workspaces or you know, super keys and all that stuff. But at the same time, and everything's set up normally, and you still have all of your GNOME programs, but at the same time, you know, you have something that allows you to kind of keep in mind where everything is without having to like have a dock on the bottom of the screen and stuff. I do have one as a kind of holdover from another add-on that allows you to easily like search for stuff. So you can be like, oh, I want to pull up Asebrite, or oh, I want to pull up Steam, or I want to pull up, you know, Blender or whatever. You can do that stuff quickly, but yeah, it's nice to just like have kind of everything laid out horizontally. I like that idea. Dami says, yeah, from my limited experience with Linux and tiling managers, that was a turn off for sure. This is cool though, thanks. No problem. And Game Novice asks, what are your thoughts on Godot 4 beta? Fantastic. Hope they keep working on it. Like, you know, it's great to have Godot. It's a great engine. Wish, well, I don't even want to comment on the beta until I've had a chance to use it. Yeah, it's great that they're finally coming out with the beta and they're finally like trying to improve it and stuff like that. Let me see here. Where's it at? What are we looking at? Beta 4, beta 5, beta 4. Okay, yeah, that's great. Godot 4 beta 1. All right. Or Godot 4 beta 4. Okay. Yeah, excellent. So it's good to see. Good to see. Okay, so for some reason, Game Novice says he was able to build it from source on Windows, which is a good sign thus far. Oh, that's good, yeah. Building like C++ programs is usually pretty hard. Dodged using Visual Studio, which feels nice. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Let me see. Is this working? Or is inverted not inverted? Oh, inverted is this. Inverted.mult scale matrix. r.transpose.mult or. New report translate op. That definitely seems right. Also Tetra OS win. I don't I don't know if I'll ever get to that point. This all feels fine. All of these values seem correct. I'm not sure why. The vertex positions are off. Let me try something like that. I just want to see if this is working at all. Okay, so the new cube and the original is there. Let's go to this. Let's just do something simple like this. Let's set position before. Why is this cube here? Ah, okay. So let's see. This would be easier, I think, if I made a couple changes here to the camera. But I need to see how this is working. This would best be done. Let me take a look here. Hold on. Let's see. Transparency. It might be transparency that has the thing I'm looking for. No. Is it something else? There's something I'm looking for specifically. Is it the 3D sprite? No, there's no camera rotation in this at all. It's not here in bounds, is it? Nope. Okay. I remember I altered one of these examples, I thought, to be like easier to deal with. All right, I guess we'll just have to do it ourselves. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We basically only want the camera to rotate if you're... Maybe if you click on it, we could do that. Or I guess we could press a key. All right, so we'll do it like this. Camera locked. Cool. Game.init. G.camera locked. Screw. Where's the camera at? Camera tilt, MX and Y. All right, something like that should kind of get us there. Okay, so camera locked. Let's make that it's not true by default. There we go, that's better. Okay, so this helps us out a lot for simplicity. Let's change the music. Hold on. There we go. All right, so let's see. So we put the merged object at 0, 0, right? 0, 0, 0. We don't move it at all. We move the cube by 4. Let's see. Okay, so here we can kind of see what's going on. So the original cube is... No, the original cube's still not there. Oh, I see. We're moving the white cube. So this is where we want it to be. I see, I see, I see. Music Boy J Boy says, yo, what up? How's it going? The white cube is to the right. Okay, so the white cube is to the right. So we can test this by saying cube dot set. Set. good, just working on a song. How nice. Excellent. All right, so now we want to merge that cube together. Take away that. Okay. Okay, that's right. That's right. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so that's what it should look like. So when merging, it's not what we get. XYZ. No. No, this should be right. XYZ, XYZ, okay. Other part for each vertex index. We're getting the vertex info, we're transforming it, we're pinning it to the vertex list, which we can optimize. For each part. Other part that for each try. Yeah, no, I was thinking like that might be the issue. So we're just passing the same triangles over and over again. That's the issue. So it should be the vertex indices. Okay. Something like that might help. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. All right, that's right. That's how it should look. let's see, indexes. Index count. Yeah, this should work. Something like this should work, I believe. Get us the result we're looking for. SKE says, good morning, folks. Good morning. All right, that's going pretty well, going pretty well. Runtime error index out of range. Let me see here. I haven't listened to this in a while. I'm just listening, like, this takes me back, dude. Yeah, this takes me back, dude. This is... This is still a banger. All right. Okay, so I think the issue here is that this isn't being called. Blast from the past, yeah, definitely. Okay, so this is all working correctly, and then once we get to this point where we can't fit anymore, we create a new part. Versus the vertex positions. This is trying. I feel like I'm like this. I feel like I kind of know what's going on here. Let's try to make this simpler. Let's try to make a simpler situation where we can trigger this. Okay, so Lucretia says, what's up, Solar? What's on the agenda for Tetra3D? I'm working on making the renderer use indices. So before this, each triangle had its own set of vertex indices. So, you know, if you had a quad like this, this was a quad basically was composed of 6 vertices. We're trying to get it so that it's composed of 4 vertices instead. That way we can basically get more done by just transforming less data. So instead of having, you know, 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6. There we go. We can just have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then, you know, use the indices properly. So it's something that I should have done before, but I was basically under the impression that I had to do it the way I did it, which I don't think I did. I think I can rely on the 3D modeler, or rely on Blender or whatever 3D modeler you're using to export indices and take it at face value that the indices should be used. It should not be basically discarded. Yeah, very common technique. Yeah, definitely should have done it this way. Or at least I should have tried it, and then if there was an issue, then I could have tried anything else. But I don't think there will be an issue. I think this is the right way to do it. But right now, the issue is that it's crashing because let's see. We're adding the triangles, we're recalculating the triangle center. I think the vertex indices are off. Should that worked. That worked too. That's not correct though. 72, 73, 74. Oh, oh. Recalculate center, add triangles. Yeah, this probably should be down here. It's 48. Lucretia says, I never see you use a debugger. Any reason? Not really. I just don't really like to use a debugger. I feel like I usually the time I spend trying to figure something out is spent trying to figure it out and not like looking through data. So I don't really feel the need to get a debugger, because like a debugger might be good if you have a lot of data, or when you're trying to step through to see where code goes wrong. But this is like, I'm trying to figure out where in the below the issue is, more so than like what the data is doing. The data obviously looks fine. Like this seems without issue essentially. 48, 49, and 50. That's the triangle. Let's see, try to vertex index. Indices equals append indices I plus model that mesh dot vertex. I'm pretty sure this is part of the issue, but I'm not quite sure what the problem is yet. Oh, I don't think this is it, but yeah, that's not it. That's not it. This isn't it. I don't think that's it either, but I feel like I'm on the right track though. I think this is an index issue, a vertex index issue. So we add vertices that basically pushes those indices further up. When we loop through to get to append indices, we have to add the new start. Then when we add triangles here, we recalculate the center. Vertex index start. I think I'm on the right track here. Hold on. (24 through 44), 0 through 20. 44. (24 through 44 is the indices passed. Then we click on add. When we go to add triangles, we have the indices. Verse to add star. I think this is part of the issue. Oh, maybe this is it. Maybe we don't have to do anything else because we add the vertices and then add the indices. All right, well, no crash. That's good. Yeah, this is wrong. I think these indices are right. Because once we pass them in here, I think they get adjusted. Plus par, never index star. Yeah, that's correct. So then what is up with the vertex data? Oh, whoops. There we go. There we go. Cool. All right, just wanted to be sure this is actually working. I really like interesting how FPS drops when the window's not highlighted. Anyway, I really like how like Ebiton's got its own like game loop. I think that's really cool. Like the 60 FPS like update loop. I like that idea because it makes the game running kind of trivial, because it's like, okay, well, you don't have to worry about like, you know, you don't have to worry about additional stuff. You can just be like, okay, well, the game's running. You don't have to worry about unnecessary things like trying to multiply things by delta time and all that. It's just like the game's gonna run at 60 FPS or 60 ticks per second, and that's where our update is. So you can just be like, move time along by 1/60th every frame. Like it's nice. I like that. I really like that. Okay, so this should be working now. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. Merged quick. Oh, it didn't merge. Oh, no, wait. My bad. This is still... Yeah, we're like, yeah, this is supposed to be if. I think that is what we need. Okay. That's better. Okay, all right. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Now, how did this used to work? Oh, they didn't overlap. Okay. Okay, so we're just gonna do it like this then. Okay, good, good, good. Okay. Let's go for an even 10 by 10 by 10 block. $6,000 triangles even. Let's see. 12,000 out of 23,000. Okay. I feel like this might be good. I don't know in terms of speed. Let me see. Let's try this. What I'll do. Whoops. What I'll do, I'll check out the latest. His death is nigh. His death, I swear it. Forgive me for clapping, but that bug needs to go. All right, so what I'll do, I'll go ahead and grab Tetra3D from the latest release, and then we can compare it against itself. Because I don't want to have to like commit this and then switch over and back and forth and stuff. So we will just download the we'll just go for the release. There we go. Push this over here. All right, so this was doing 69,000 triangles and was rendering half of them basically, and we were getting 18 frames per second. Okay, somehow I don't think like this is faster, but we'll see. How many was it rendering? Maybe this is faster. I'll check. The numbers aren't the same. That's why I have to see how many this was total. 69,000. Okay. And 4 draw calls. Understood. So 69,000 4 draw calls. So 4 draw calls. Let's say we did 80,000. I think it should be that. So we just need each one of these to be 80,000. If each cube is composed of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 triangles. 12,000. So times 4. Something like that should be accurate. No, it would have to be, it's supposed to be 80,000, right? So that should be 20. Range. These out of range issues. They're killing me. Pretty sure I already know that it's creating a new mesh part just before it crashes. Yeah. It's new too, huh? I mean, it's fast though. Like that's the upside. This is running quickly. That's good. Vertex positions. Vertex indices. Well, before let me not get too carried away. Let me just try this real quick. This is an equivalent kind of thing. Okay, so out of 100,000 triangles, we're rendering roughly 30,000. Oh, that won't work. Let's do it like this, actually, just to make it simple. So each of these cubes is super dense. We're rendering 54,000 triangles at roughly 14, 17, 15, 16 FPS. Okay, so 15, 16 FPS, rendering this many triangles, 54,000. All right. And here, we're getting 17, 16, 17 at 34,000 out of 69,000. So this is faster. This is dramatically faster. It's almost the same FPS. We're rendering 54,000 triangles out of 100,000 here. And we're rendering, so 54 out of 100,000. This is 30 out of 70,000. 34 out of 70,000. So it's faster. Okay, it's dramatically faster. It is like 30% faster, 40% faster. That's great. It goes from 70,000 to 100,000, 34,000 to like 54,000. And we're hitting roughly the same FPS of like 16, 17 on our new branch versus 16, 7, or 19, 20 on our old branch. So it is faster. All right. That's really, I mean, really, I guess we could just make this simple by doing this. We should be able to just copy this code from here down, go here. Right, just copy this entire init function. Except for this. That conversion undefined. Okay, so in this example, we're hitting 14 FPS, 15 FPS, 14 FPS, 13 FPS. Yeah, like 14 to 13. 14, 15, 14, 15 to 14. Okay. And here, written 15 to 16, 17, 18. Yeah, okay. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. If it was 20%, that would be 3 frames faster. So instead of 14, 15, it would be 17, 18, which is kind of what we're seeing. If it was 20 frames. All right. I can get behind that. That's enough, I think, to warrant finishing this and kind of this being the way to move forward here. $17, $18. Yeah. That's pretty good. Okay. So if it's running fast enough, and TPS, and this actually might not be the most, this isn't going to be perfect because we're limiting, like the TPS is low, and so it's limiting the FPS. Like the FPS is low, so it's limiting TPS, and that makes FPS even more limited. I guess we could test this a couple of different ways. Let's see how this goes again. I want to see something. I feel like the TPS goes lower here. It's in the low 30s or yeah, 30 to 40 sometimes. Yeah, 37, 37, 37, 46. Yeah, 13 FPS it drops to. 14, 13. Yeah, this definitely doesn't hit 30s. This definitely doesn't go down to the 30s. Oh, it just did. But just for one frame, one second rather, one sample. I should probably make something that like gives an actual objective measurement where it records TPS and FPS over, 10 seconds and writes that down to a or maybe 100 seconds, writes it down to a text file, and then you can compare those values to see what the average is, what the max and min is, so you can see if it actually does impact performance. It definitely feels like it's running faster. $15, $17, $18. Okay, here's what we're gonna do, because I do want to actually know if this is working, if this is like actually doing something. We're going to print out the frame rate and the tick rate every second. We will make a Go routine that does this. So I guess we don't really care about TPS. We really care mostly about FPS. So we'll just do something like this, and then time sleep, time that second. Oh, and then we want to put this in a for loop. Okay, so when we look at it, we're going to sit here and gather some samples. And we'll see how this does. How's everybody doing in chat? How's everybody feeling? Oh, actually, now that I think about it, this might be slowing things down, because if we move no, this shouldn't change anything, but I want to take it out just to be sure. I don't want any surprises. Butler Studio says I feel exhausted. Game Novice says pointers, brah. Okay, so I'm just gonna sit back and watch this for a little bit. It doesn't really matter the initial part where we're kind of like stabilizing, because we're only gonna grab the last like 20 or whatever samples and use that as an indication of how the game is overall performing. I wonder if it's possible to somehow calculate vertices for a model once and then not do it again. That'd be great if we could, but it doesn't seem like it's possible, right? Because you have to calculate, I mean, you can not calculate it for the model, but you can store that. But the view and projection matrix, you still have to calculate every frame, at least every frame that the camera moves, which is most frames, So it'd be cool if we could just not calculate the vertices once and then kind of like be hands off, but Doesn't seem like that's possible. Okay, so we'll call this basically it. Now we're going to copy this same thing. Hold on. Okay, let me just double check, make sure I'm visible. All right, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna take this go function, we're gonna run over here to our original, and we're gonna run it here. Okay, make sure that everything's visible. Let's see how it does. Now, this isn't super scientific, but it should give us a basic idea, because even though I'm moving the camera, manually, as long as all the triangles are visible, that could be visible, that should let us know basically how it will do. I'm already seeing that it's a lot of 15s and 14s here in comparison to the other one, where I feel like there was more 17s. Then there's a lot more 14s than 15s. So this is like 14-ish, high 14s with 13 as an outlier, with some 15 in there, and then the new code I think is going to be like 17s mainly. I believe. We'll see. So we'll see in a little bit. Couple 15s in there, but yeah, it's mainly 14-ish. Well, it might be kind of even 14s and 15s. 2 to 3 frames better. That's kind of a lot when you're talking about on the order of 15 frames per second. Like that's kind of a lot. So yeah, 14, 15 kind of over here. We're looking at, there's some 19s in there. 19, 17, 18, 17, 18. There's a 14. So there's outliers, but a lot more higher numbers. Let's see, is there any way we can combine these real quickly rather than doing it programmatically? There might be something for that actually with VS Code. It feels like combine sum. Feels like that should be, some numbers in selection. That feels like something. Some value sum up. Yeah, average min max. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Let's see, how does this work? Okay, here we go. Sum, average, min max. Okay, so we're just going to copy. Whoops. We're going to copy the last set of values. It doesn't really matter how many we copy that much. Can I? There we go. Acting a little weird. It doesn't really matter how many variables we copy that much, because we're just going to take the average. We just don't want the bottom. So we'll just, like the beginning rather. So we'll just take those, copy these. Oops. Okay, so here's our FPS values. It does, wow, that's crazy. It seems like it does work with, even with text. So let me just double check that. I don't want any surprises. We'll take this FPS text out real quick. And yeah, it's the same. Okay, so we can go with this. All right, so this is gonna be our new ones. So this is new. And then we'll go over here, grab our old values. Put them in here. Average is 14.81. Average is 17.52. So it's basically 3 frames faster. It's almost 3 frames faster. which is good. That's that's basically 20%. That's a sizable increase in frame rate. That's enough to warrant leaving. That's enough to warrant the changes. And there might be ways to make it even faster. Like, this is obviously an improvement. There might be another way to improve things. So that's cool. So I will definitely keep these changes once they're ready. I just have to figure out why it's crashing when I'm merging multiple meshes together, like multiple mesh parts together. Shouldn't be doing that. As you might expect, it shouldn't be doing that. But yeah, 20% increase is pretty good. That's not bad on average. Like I said, I wonder if I can somehow stash some of the changes. Avoiding matrix multiplication. I wonder if it's possible. Anyway, so yeah, we'll figure out what's going on here. Maybe later, because this has already been an hour and a half, despite the fact that I didn't intend for it to take this long. Yeah, we'll see what's going on here. Maybe I can see what's going on. We'll see if I can see what's going on. Because it's crashing whenever we make a second mesh part. So we add a mesh part. We don't pass any indices. We add the vertices, and then we add the triangles. Let's try this. Create new mesh part. Well, there's no issues just creating the mesh part. There's issues doing something else, huh? So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not actually sure what the issue is here. Good lord. This is dumb slow. What did I do? Oh, that's why. Creates a new mesh part. Creates another new mesh part. Index out of range with length. I guess is it the... Hold on, let's see. Okay, so the length is 43,704. And then here it's 87,384. Why is it so high? Am I mistaken? Mistaken? Am I mistaken? Mistaken? Am I mistaken? Am I mistaken? Let me see. I think the fundamental issue is that the vertex index end. It might be this. Might be this area. As we add triangles, why are the indices so large? Target part. Vertex index end. I don't think this is right. Why did I do it like this? Yeah, why didn't I just do it like... Yeah, it definitely seems like something's off about that. Like Snow says, the incident indices values look doubled. Yeah, it's definitely not right. I think this could help me out here. Why don't I just do mesh.verts add start? There's probably a reason why. Yeah, why is this so... Faz Pazarino says, hey Solar, hello. Welcome. What's going on? All of these are no. Why are they high? Target part, vertex index start. Doom 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 doom. I feel like I'm like right on the tip of the like iceberg here. Like I feel like I'm almost there. Index out of range with length 43,704. $43,656. Yeah, I don't think I can do this way. Fez Pazarino says a bit late, so sorry, but what is the goods today? We're optimizing. we're kind of not rewriting the renderer from scratch, but we're kind of making a major change to the rendering process and optimizing as a result of that. Basically, we're using indices for 3D rendering as opposed to letting each triangle have its own set of vertices. It's a good idea, and so far I've seen some encouraging numbers. Like I'm some sort of scientist, but encouraging numbers that basically show that this should be like 20% faster than the previous rendering code, which is, you know, that's sizable. Like it takes you from 60 FPS to 80. That takes you from 100 FPS to I said 60 to 80. That's not right. It takes you from 60 to like 72. It takes you from 100 to 120. So, you know, a nice little boost can make all the difference. There might be more we can do to optimize it some more as well. Append, but right now I'm dealing with these vertex index issues. I can't just copy the model part. No. We're trying to move the vertices into the new model part. We can't just copy the model part, mesh part. All right, so try triangle, try that. Lagster says, hey, is Iquia still being developed? No. People keep asking me, and I don't know. Like every stream, I'm always like, someone asks, and I'm always like, no, not really. I'm working on other things. I guess I should make a video about it because like I'm pretty constantly getting asked that question. But I mean, it's a good question because I feel like, you know, there was definitely a lot of content there. But at the same time, I feel like if I can get Tetra3D, you know, to be a little bit more performant, it would help me out a lot with making Iquia or other projects. Like, you know, adding 3D to Iquia would be a lot of fun to make buildings that have 3 dimensions you can walk into. You know, making it feel more grimy and you know, like a real place by making it 3 dimensions as opposed to just a 2D game. I think it could work really well. And I think it would work very well. I think it would look very, very good. It's just a matter of like doing it. Okay. So if the other part that we're dealing with has a vertex index, then we have to kind of fold that in, right? Like if we have a target part, let's say it's a new target part, let's say it's a new mesh, but the thing we're taking from has vertex indices of, let's say, 4 through 8. When we take it here, we have to subtract the other part's vertex indices. That start. That's part of it, I think. But there's definitely also issues. Lexter says, well, master plan in Tetra is looking good either way. Thanks. And yeah, like once I kind of get a little bit further in, I think it'll be a lot of fun. Like once I get a little further into Tetra3D, you know, it'll be able to make some cool stuff. It already is like getting there. I have already made some stuff. You haven't even seen everything I've made. But like there's some ideas. I got some ideas. I just have to like buckle down and finish things. While I'm thinking of this, how about that Elon Musk Twitter takeover? How about that? What does everyone think about that? I guess you could probably guess where I'm going. You can, well, I just spoiled it a little bit. I'm probably not gonna stay on Twitter. I might, or at least I might maintain Twitter and other social media, like well, the social media I have already, Discord and YouTube. But also I'm thinking of going to co-host, which seems like a cool, like kind of indie social media site. It's kind of interesting. Like you can, it's kind of like it feels like the itch.io of social media. Like you can kind of do more with it. It's kind of like you can do like CSS and like, you know, kind of HTML stuff, and you can make some cool like posts that, you know, visually, you know, look and feel different compared to other posts on the site. And then in addition, it's you know, still has, it has like the ability to kind of reblog like Tumblr. It's a little bit of other things. There's no character limit, so you can have like full length like posts. It's kind of cool. Like I kind of feel like there's a lot of room to kind of like, it's weird to think of a Twitter that like an alternative to Twitter that kind of has Tumblr-esque ability to just like put massive like swaths of text on your feed, where it's just like, this is, you know, a 9-paragraph like, you know, entry. But at the same time, I kind of like that you can be like, you know, here's my dev log where I'm going to talk about, you know, some programming issues or technical things that I wanted to talk about. I feel like that's cool. And Twitter has never really been made for long form posts. Even going from however many characters it was, 100 to 240, it's just not that, you know, that's an improvement, a massive improvement, but it's still not enough to really like, you know, present certain ideas concisely and, you know, completely. So I feel like there's an upside to a more long form method of social media. So it'll be interesting. I kind of have to get used to it and see what it's like once I get over there. I've been following people and stuff like that so far, and it's, you know, it's interesting. It's going pretty well. Haven't posted yet, haven't been approved to post, so that's also something else. Is like there's a wait list, so you have to kind of wait to get like through, you know, because it looks like they're basically manually approving everybody, which is annoying, you know, to have to wait. But at the same time, that's something Twitter obviously never did, or at least never had to do in the past 20 years or however long it's been popular. You know, you can make a spam bot and, you know, get on Twitter faster than your grandma can do whatever she's good at. I don't know. So like that's the upside, is like, you know, if people are like manually pushing accounts through, then that should mean that there's not very many spam bots or low effort accounts. Like, you know, probably not. So we'll see what it's like. I also have a Mastodon account, but I don't use that much, so we'll see how that goes. So I think the core issue here is that these indices should not be this high. Wait a second. Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, so vertex mix index start is 43,656. So why do I add it at all? Why don't I just do this? Was that it? This entire time, that was it? It's definitely a lot slower. 108,000. I guess that's actually right. Did I do something? 108. Hold on. $120,000. Is it 10? I guess it was just 10 before. I guess it was just 10. 107,991. 54,000 is drawing at nearly 20 FPS. 18, 17, 18, 19, 18. 54,000. All right. What was this running? 54,000. Okay. Whoops. No, I wanted to see if I could compare these directly. If I could, like... I don't know why. I don't know why this one on the left, that's the slow one, is 108,009 triangles, and the other one's 107,991 triangles. I don't know. I'm not that smart. I don't know which one of these is the true number of triangles. But I mean, we can see that it's clearly faster on the right? This is, I mean, you know, there's some cannibalization here of the GPU, I'm sure, you know, rendering both of these at the same time, but the one on the left is, you know, 4 to 5 frames per second, 4 to 5 frames per second slower than the other one, which is good to see for somebody who's trying to make things fast. I guess I just do that, actually. All right, well, that's good. That's cool. That's great. We'll assume this is basically fine. Let's keep moving. We'll go to stress 2, see how that runs. It probably will not run. Oh. Okay, it does run. Yeah, bashing is not working properly. Yeah. Let's see. Index out of range 4. SKE says, what do you think about profilers? They were very helpful for me, at least. They uncover a lot of hidden optimizations. I do use profilers, actually. I just didn't use profilers for this because we were comparing the current stress test versus the old stress test, or the stress test in the current incarnation of Tetra3D versus the stress test in the old version. So a profiler, you know, I mean, it gives you the same information as you would get by basically just comparing the data yourself. But I definitely use it to like profile code paths and, you know, see where the slowest part of rendering is. You know, it's just because I was directly comparing two instances of the exact same code, essentially, in that it should render these things in this way. It just made more sense to just look at it, you know, like profiling just felt like it would take more time than looking at the numbers directly. Okay, so this is good. The issue here with this is we need to say for, I think for index, or really we could say match part that for each try, I guess we could. I guess we want to do it for each try. As Pazarino says, didn't have much motivation to include EBO indices. EBO? Or do you mean FBO? On my framework, especially in my case, it was more of the file read size instead of the buffer performance issue. Good to see your take on it. Do you mean frame buffer object? Or do you mean VBO, vertex buffer object? Snow Bizarro says, can you play the song named Ransom? Sure. It's been a while since I've heard this too. Rui Fontes says, hi, SolarLune. Hello. Okay. Can you answer me on PA? What's PA? Your Patreon. Oh, sure. Sorry, I don't even think people will actually subscribe to me on Patreon. I don't think anyone does, so I'm just like... What's up with this fly, dude? Anyway. Okay, yeah. Sorry for ignoring your, or not ignoring, but just not seeing your message. Your question is basically, you're wondering if the Whales. I'm not sure what Whales, the Whales app. Let me see what Whales is. Do you mean like Rails, like Ruby on Rails, or is it possible to have that it over Tetra3D to have Vue.js with your framework? I'm not sure what Whales is as a framework. I don't think you can post links either, but if you just say like the name of the Discord, the GitHub repository, or something like that, or post it in my Discord, I would be able to respond to you here. But in general, the way that Tetra3D works, it requires we can delete this for now. The way that Tetra3D works, it requires a window, like a glfw window to open. It should work. It basically should work wherever Ebitingen works. So that means that it should work on web. So however, it opens the window, if you can basically put something on top of it, either, I'm not sure how you would do that because I'm not familiar with web technology when it comes to Go or anything like that, but it should be possible. Whales is a web view. I think they want to embed it into the HTML canvas. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Did I misspell going? Whales going? Oh, is this what you mean? This? Someone put a sample FPS using Tetra3D on itch. Hold up. No. This is so slow. It's so slow, but yes, this is... Oh, lordy. Yeah. It's so slow. It's so slow. I'm pretty sure this is, yeah, this is May 29th, 2022. So this is pretty old. Probably wouldn't run much better, but it might run some faster. Although part of it might also be the developer, I think I'm going to assume that some of these models are a little like over poly and stuff because it's like dumb slow when I look in certain directions. But it's not like this is much better over here. I know this area, these blocks, I made these blocks. I know this isn't super like high poly, but May 29th, let me see here. I want to see something real quick. May 29th, when was that? That was 2022? Yeah, 2022. So let's see. So he might have, he at latest he might have hit it. He might have hit like 0.8. There was some optimization in 0.9. Yeah, 15 to 30% faster. Point light has been optimized. So there has been some optimizations to make it run faster. And then with our additional optimizations, this might run significantly faster. Maybe not. Like it still might be horrible. It still might be horrible, but it's not going to be a slideshow like this, which is 1/1000. This is like 4 FPS. It might be like 9. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that there's a reason why it's running so slowly, but I'm not sure what to make of it just yet. Any more info? Can you download the code? Nah. But it is cool that this does work. Because I'm pretty sure, like, I tried I think there's a reason why this is running so slowly, honestly. Oh, there's a health bar? Yo, Pog. I'm pretty sure I ran my own stress test in the browser. Someone uploaded it like to their server or something real quick for testing purposes, and it was running really well. It was running basically the same, like it was on almost at the same speed as native. So that was really good. So I'm pretty sure that like there's a way to not have it be so slow. It's interesting. Pretty cool testing game. I would ask the creator, maybe they allow you to access the source. Yeah, I mean that's true. I could check it out. I need to implement raycasting. That's something I need to do. I had an idea for a 7-day frame FPS game that's basically just a puzzle game. But like raycasting is such a key part of FPS games. I would like to do a 7-day FPS challenge or something like that, but I need to have I need to implement raycasting. I haven't done that yet. Let's see. Snowbazera says, I have my Ebitingen game able to upload to itch using GitHub Actions. I'll uncommit. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm not familiar with Whales. I don't know. If it says that you can use, other things, it says you can use an HTML front end on top of your Go application. The way this sounds is your Go application is not a visual application. You use JavaScript to make the UI, and the backend is a Go program. The backend is a server. The backend is a service. It's something running that your front end interacts with or visualizes. So I mean, like, you can try using this with Ebitingen and by extension Tetra3D, but it's not really made for that because Tetra3D is a UI. It's already visualizing something in a box, so you could like put stuff on top, but that's basically just normal web stuff, I guess is the answer to your question. If you wanted to do that, it would be the same as putting whatever you want on top of any other web interface. It has nothing to do with Tetra3D or Ebitingen specifically, because they're going to run in a window. Tetra3D and Ebitingen are going to run in whatever size window you program in there. So once you have that in there, if you can put something on top, then putting something on top is going to be the same as putting something on top of an image, I'd imagine, or an iframe. Rui says you can't merge the views. I have no idea. The way it sounds is no, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, like, when you say merge the views, it sounds like you're saying, can I render JavaScript in a Tetra3D game? Is that what you're asking? Like, basically, is it possible to render, or not render JavaScript, render an HTML web page in Tetra3D? Like, are you trying to, if you're trying to like put something that's Java, that's HTML or, CSS, JavaScript on top of the game so that you can like design a UI in, whatever website builder or whatever website building tools you want, and then have it be on top of your game, I don't think that's going to really work if the game is interactable. If the game isn't, maybe, but if it's interactable, I can't imagine how you would like click on top of your. That's something you'll have to figure out. I don't know. I don't know. I can make guesses, but all they would be is just guesses. I don't really know. Merging the views sounds sus. It sounds questionable to merge the views. All right, so we're trying to get batching to work here again. So the way this works is, let's go to model, batch. Yeah, flushing is going to be where we get a little problematic, because if it's batched, we render everything and then we flush, which is done here. I think this is probably where we're having issues. This is render. This is flush. Okay, so vertex list index 0. So then we shouldn't do this here. That might be it. Let's try that. Nah, that's not it. Can I play Journey West? Sure. Do I know 5mm? 5mm. No. 5M? That's kind of bangs. Refontes says they have the ability to have web views transparent inside the 3D engine, and you can code the GUI on top of the game in JS. I don't know how other engines do it, but I imagine that if an engine has the support to render GUI as a JavaScript, in JavaScript or HTML and CSS and stuff like that, that's basically a web rendering engine on top of the game. They're not embedding the game in a web page. They're embedding a web page in the game. So they have control over what has focus. They have control over when the UI renders. They have control over all that stuff. Snow says that all sounds like complex ways to write UI in JavaScript when you could just write it in the native language. Yeah, like if you wanted to write UI for a game in Tetra3D, you would just make it in Tetra3D or make it in Ebit engine. Like you could use Ebit UI or something like that to render. Yeah, IMG UI. There's other. I think you're approaching it from this perspective of I want to make a UI in JavaScript for my game. That is going to be problematic because you basically have to have a method to render the UI. If it's if you're writing it in JavaScript, if you're writing it in HTML and CSS, and there's reasons to use those tools, that people use them for a reason, for UI especially. If you're going to do it like that, then you probably want a web page rendering tool, a web page rendering engine in your game. I'm pretty sure like Unity and Unreal have something like that. That's how like sometimes you'll have, for example, an early access game made in Unity or Unreal, and they'll have like a web page scroller on the side that shows you like the news feed from the blog, the front page of their blog that says like, hey, thanks for buying the game, here's the latest updates. It's like a web page. That's a rendering of that's an embedded like Chromium browser or something that's rendering the web page and putting it in this little square in the bottom left corner. That's what that is. That's not like them putting Unity in like that's not them putting Unity in a web page and then like drawing the web page on top. That's them putting the browser in Unity and then them drawing the browser in the corner. Rui says so you can mix the renders. You cannot well, I don't know about Unity or Unreal. That is how they do that, I'm pretty sure. For Tetra3D, it's just a 3D renderer, dude. Like it renders stuff in 3D. If you wanted to do that kind of thing, and you really wanted to do it, and you were just like dead set on it, I would say try to find a different way. If you were like dead set on this though, it might be possible to use a Golang package that allows you to render a web page in Go first, and then if that's working, then you would basically size it down to the size it up or down as desired, and then use that to display your UI or web page or whatever. But that's like that's a lot of stuff to go through to get to UI. Like that's a lot of stuff to go through just to get to rendering something that says, here's your health, or here's your stamina, or here's your money. Like there's almost always better ways to do it. I would not recommend it. I would not recommend trying to figure out how to do it. But if you want to do it, yeah, you'll have to figure it out. That's not something that's my expertise. So the batching issue here is, I'm pretty sure the issue here is that index list index is not right. 7938. Excuse me. I feel like that's roughly correct, but it's not. Let me see. So there's 10,000 vertices and 7,900 indices. Okay. I'm gonna see what's going on here. Okay. Okay, so you see there's an issue here. So the index list index isn't being populated. Like it's basically the same set of indices and that's it. I'd imagine the vertex list index is changing, but the index list index is not. Index list is not. Index list. Okay, here we go. Hold on. There we go. For index and range, okay, index list I equals this. Okay, this is correct. Why am I doing it this way instead of using index list index? Why did I do this? Okay, index list. I'm not sure why I did this. Let's try that. That's not right. Okay, let's see. Well, that definitely changes. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's right. SKE says IMGUI and similar is a nice out-of-box experience for making GUIs, much nicer than my React job. And also, is this a software rasterizer? It's not a software rasterizer, Tetra3D. It is a hybrid renderer. So it does the mathematical transformations for vertices in software on the CPU, and then renders everything using just ordinary triangles. So it's not as performant as OpenGL or Vulkan or anything like that by a long shot. But it's very portable because it basically is relying on Ebitengine, which is a portable, a cross-platform compatible game development framework. So as long as it supports whatever target platform, and the target platform is strong enough, it would be able to render whatever Tetra3D throws at it. It wouldn't need theoretically any driver support for you wouldn't need to use OpenGL on a platform that may not support it, if that makes any sense. That kind of a thing. Refontes says, can you accept my friend invitation in Discord? I'll have to review it. I don't like to accept friend invites from people if possible, just because you never know with Discord, people pop up and do stuff and send you things or anything like that. If you want to contact me, you can just email me or hit me on Twitter or co-host when I get that. Or Discord. You can go on my Discord server and ping me, and I'll respond there. Yeah, so it's like I'm not someone who just like friends people willy-nilly. Not saying that you are willy or nilly, but just saying I'm pretty careful with my DMs and things. Especially Discord. It seems like people use that as an avenue for attack a lot of the time. So I'm thinking that vertex list, the vertex list might be like empty. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be, but maybe that's the issue. We'll see. What the heck? What was that? 349, one, let's see. Something about this is out of the ordinary. Something about this doesn't quite feel right. That's XYUV RGBA, is that right? XYUV RGBA. Something about this is weird, and I'm not quite sure what it is. RGBA. Something about it feels out of the ordinary. Like it's not drawing the triangles. Oh lordy, where is this thing? Okay. Yeah, what is up with this? The depth is right, but that is incorrect. The verses definitely change, but here they don't. The U and V values should change along with the RG, B, and A. Something is odd about that. I think that's the takeaway here. Did Tetra3D always have, or was Tetra3D always a GLFW app? Yep, always has been. It's always been based on Ebitingen, which is based on GLFW for rendering and input handling as well. I feel like I'm on the cusp once again of figuring out what this is, what the issue is here. This can go. I don't think I've even done lighting. I think I still have to do lighting. What if? Okay, well, we're setting all the vertex list information. I think that's right. Index list index. Okay. I think what I'll do, let me try something real quick, because I'm not sure where the issue is, but I want to try something to see if we can get to the bottom of it. It's not actually a 3D thing. It is not a 3D scene. Found an awesome input library for Ebitingen input by Quasilite, like Godot. Oh yeah, I saw in your in the Discord, in the Ebitingen Discord. That's cool. I think I made one similarly. It's not publicly available, but I just made one. And that good input is something that's like super important. I feel like that's something that if you don't have good input, like I'm not interested in your game library. Like if good input is like priority number one for a game development library. So this is working kind of. Should be both cubes, but instead it's just one at a time. Let's see, I'm pretty sure the issue is here. like, I'm pretty sure the issue is something. There's an issue that once I solve, obviously it will be resolved. Okay, so there's 2 mesh parts here. Now there's just 1. That's curious. Why is that the case? Is it canceling out early? Actually, a better way to do this would be... There we go. I can get the pointer value. I think that I think it's like something is not, it's not rendering when it's batched. Yeah. It's only rendering 1 mesh part. Because the model is changing. Oh no, I guess that's correct. Oh. No, maybe not. I thought I might have been on the cusp of figuring out what's going on, but I'm not sure. I guess I am on the cusp. I think maybe there is an issue here, with. Let's go like that. I think what the issue might be. Merge, okay. For part model and merge.mesh. Mesh parts. Mesh parts. Merge mesh part. This is interesting. I'm not sure exactly where the issue is. Can I play People of the Sun next? I'm not sure if this actually found it. Yes, I don't want to. I don't want to play that one. I'll play a different one. I don't want to. No. All right, let's see. Let's see here. So this is. So it's drawing you model 0, then model 1. Model 0 and model 1. Still grinding, yep. Yep, that's it. I feel like I'm almost there. The issue that I'm running into now is in dynamically batched models, only one draws at a time. I didn't do this intentionally, so I'm not sure why. Like I don't know what the difference is. I don't know what I did. But I'm so close, dude. I mean, I guess this isn't helping. Like, the mesh part is the same between both models. They shouldn't be. Why is the mesh part the same? Part. Yeah, this shouldn't be the same. Oh. Yeah, why are they the same part? Pair that mesh part. Range from first time mesh type. Render pair. You. I'm on the right track. I can't see. Okay. I'm so close, I think. Oh. I think I might have figured it out. Yeah, I think this is what I need to do. Forgot about this part. I think this maybe that's it? Is that all? I don't think that's it, but maybe that is. No. Okay. There's something else going on here. Oh, we're so close, dude. Sorting tries. Where model merged, mesh part. Only one mesh part. What? Yeah, okay, let me go back to this. Why is there only one mesh part here? Because there should be two. Oh no, one mesh part, two models. Oh. No, that shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, this is fine. I guess what we need to do, let's see. Maybe this is the issue? Maybe this is the issue. Index, okay, so... Okay, I think I understand what the issue is. Index list start 0 flush 0. Okay. Something like that might get us where we want to go. All right, better. It's all messed up, but that's better. That's more accurate. Let's see. Let's start is equal to index this index. Or actually, maybe it should be vertex list index. Something like that might be a little better. That's better. That's what we're looking for. Fantastic. Okay, so I think we finally got it better. Got it working. So now we can do this. This is slow. That's fast. Faster. Okay. 16, 19, 19, 93, 97. Yeah. All right, better. Okay. All right, I'm gonna call it here because otherwise I'm probably gonna find some other thing to work on here and extend this into a 4-hour video. But this has been good. I've made a lot of progress. A lot is better than it used to be. Yeah, speed increases and everything. Yeah, that's good. That's good. All right. Well, thank you very much for watching. I've been SolarLune. It's been real. I'll have to catch you guys on the flip side next time. Today's Tuesday, maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. I'll stream again, or Friday. And yeah, thanks. It's been real. It's been fun. I hope to see you all later. If you want to support development, please check out my links in the description. Patreon, Itch, Steam, all that stuff is really helpful. And yeah, check out Master Plan and Tetra3D if you want. And I'll see you guys later. All right. Thanks. See ya.